What's going on, guys? It's your boy Augy-E back again with another video. So let's go ahead and get started. First video is coming out of New Zealand where a terrorist attack took place. Roll the clip.
Horrific scenes in a normally peaceful country playing out at two mosques in Christchurch. As worshippers were at midday prayers, the holiest of the week, multiple people ruthlessly gunned down. At 1:42 p.m. local time, witnesses say a man dressed all in black entered the Masjid al-Noor mosque, shooting an automatic weapon.
People were running out. I saw some people had blood on their body and some people were limping.
This man seen with blood on his shirt was the last to escape, hiding under a bench.
He just came in, he was shooting, and I'm thinking that, if I get out, I'll get shot. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed so I could be alive. But yeah, I was the last guy to come out of the mosque after the shooting stopped. And on the doors, there were a lot of bodies.
The killer then drove 3 miles across town to the Linwood Mosque, where he opened fire again. Armed police closed in on the scene, searching cars for suspects, guns drawn. Police ramming a suspect's car, and then you can see him being taken into custody beside the vehicle. 2 men and a woman now in custody in connection to the attacks. The shooter, who appears to have been from Australia, is linked to a 74-page manifesto filled with white supremacist rhetoric. He's charged with murder. Police also saying they defused 2 improvised explosive devices that were found on a vehicle after the shootings. Amidst the chaos, police officials now warning people to stay away from any mosque in New Zealand for now, in case of further violence.
My thoughts and prayers obviously go out to the victims and the families. The shooter was a white supremacist. He had a whole manifesto. He live streamed the whole shooting. There's nothing that he could have said or whatever the reasoning was. There's no justification for what he did. He's a complete monster, and he deserves to never see the light of day. Deserves to be under the jail. I'm actually glad in this situation that they took him alive so that he will actually pay for his crimes. But yeah, that's really all that I really have to say about this story. But moving on. So big story that's been out for this whole week was really the FBI scandal. I mean, not FBI scandal, but the college bribery scandal that's been talked about recently. Roll the clip.
We believe everyone charged here today had a role in fostering a culture of corruption and greed that created an uneven playing field for students trying to get into these schools the right way through hard work, good grades, and community service.
Bombshell allegations implicating 33 rich and powerful parents who are collectively accused of doling out over $25 million to this man, William Rick Singer, who helped their kids get into some of the nation's most elite colleges, from Stanford to Yale to Georgetown.
Unfortunately, what many students didn't know was that the odds had already been stacked against them by corrupt practices.
Dubbed Operation Varsity Blues, the U.S. attorney saying the investigation uncovering widespread bribes to exam officials to cheat on standardized tests and paying off coaches for athletic slots, even staging photos for students who never even played the sport.
In one example, the head women's soccer coach at Yale, in exchange for $400,000, accepted an applicant as a recruit for the Yale women's team, despite knowing that the applicant did not even play competitive soccer.
So, I mean, this story was interesting to me because I know just I don't have kids, but in terms of what people with kids tell me, that they'll do anything for their kids, but this obviously is going way too far. Paying millions of dollars to basically buy your way into these universities. It's gross to me. Okay, and there's a lot of kids out there who work their ass off. They study. They don't have the resources to get tutors. They don't have the resources to go to ACT prep, SAT prep, but they still find a way, and they score high. They do all the right things, and they still end up getting rejected because somebody's parents is able to afford, couple $100,000 just to buy them way in. And, you know, and it really devalues that school, because now you have people in there who are not there on merit. They're on their, you know, they're there on their financial situation. They're there because of, you know, their mommy and daddy's bank account, you know. So we'll see what will happen in this case. I believe that they said this is the largest college admission scandal ever in the nation. So we'll see. In terms of jail time, they did indict about 50 people. So I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know how many of them are actually going to go do jail. Again, these are high net worth individuals who they're going to go out and get the best lawyers possible. And they're going to get teams of lawyers who are basically going to comb through every single piece of evidence of this case, trying to figure out how to get their clients off. So I know at least a couple people will do jail time, but in terms of like the celebrities, like Aunt Becky from Full House and Felicity Huffman, I'm very skeptical that I don't think they're gonna do any jail time. I think honestly they're gonna end up just walking. They're gonna maybe pay a fine or whatever. But they're going to end up just walking away from this because, again, they have the money, they have the privilege. But moving on, next story that we have for this week. A woman was arrested after she actually called the police to come and help her. Roll the clip.
Why do I have to be corrected when my life was just right? And if my daughter is sick, I just want to go to the store and charge my phone. Please stop. She didn't even do nothing. Touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me. What the heck? I am. What the? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Do not touch me. She's not doing nothing. I wanted to call my kids. I just said I wanted to call my kids. My phone is dead. What do you not understand? I got a dog pointing in front of me, and my kid is sick. I'm stressed out. I need to go call my children.
D. Ramos?
I need to call my kids.
What's his name?
I don't understand.
D. Ramos? Ramos? Ramos, officer, what's your name, please? I'm asking you.
We're busy right now. We're busy right now.
Who can I talk to right now, please?
Are you going to move it? I'll get you out. Can you touch me? Can you help me up?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Really?
Does anybody have a cage?
Really?
Well, who can I speak to?
Adri, get my hair. Adri's getting my hair in my purse. Can you give me a second?
Move.
Can I grab her purse, please? Why does he have to handle her like that? She didn't do anything wrong.
A little bit more backstory about this clip. The woman's neighbor, they got into some sort of argument, and he ended up pointing a gun at her and someone else in her family. I believe it was one of her children. So, because of that, she called the police, which rightfully so, she should. She was scared. So she called the police. Obviously the officers show up there, and now the woman is definitely, you know, she's distraught. But instead of the cops taking that into consideration, they just, you see in the video, they aggressively arrest her because they say that she's not listening to their orders. How do you want someone to behave when you just had your life threatened? Someone just pointed a gun at your face. How do you want them to behave? You know? So, I believe the cop in question, the one that was aggressively pulling on her neck, he's been suspended until further notice, until the Miami police or sheriff's office, until they complete their investigation. But again, I'll keep saying it over and over again. For some reason, when it comes to black people and cops in this country, there's an issue. It makes some people uncomfortable to hear that, but that's the truth. It is what it is. And moving on to my last story. Lily Singh, popular YouTuber, she was recently on the Jimmy Fallon show where she made a big announcement. Roll the clip.
But I do have an announcement, and that is that your girl is getting her own NBC late night show.
Great news. She's replacing Carson Daly, who had the time slot after Seth Meyers. So it's the last time slot, which is probably, I believe it's a little bit after midnight, but still, that's a very, very huge accomplishment for a YouTuber who basically, she just started out making skits about her family and, you know, her friends and everything like that. And now she's on a network TV show with her own late night TV show. So again, congratulations to her. But that actually kind of gives me encouragement in what I'm doing, because, you know, I don't want to be on YouTube forever. I actually want to, you know, go on to do bigger and better things. But it just shows that if you start somewhere, you know, just put your head down, keep working. Eventually, you'll get to where you want to be. But that's all I have for this week's video. My name is Augy-E. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a good day.